Look, social media is making dating impossible. Here's how remote work can give you a fresh, oh shit! Here I am in Cusco on a wild horse racing towards the cliff. And yep, I'm also dune bashing in Huacachina, but hold up. This ain't your average travel vlog, bitches. I'm about to drop a truth bomb on how remote work has transformed my love life. With social media nosediving dating expectations, I've turned to remote work for a solution. It's allowed me to explore new places and meet people who aren't influenced by the online hype. Go ahead and hit that like button now so that this video doesn't get hidden by the algorithm. As a digital nomad, I thrive on random trips and geo-arbitrage, earning money in expensive places while living in the cheaper ones. Right now, I'm working remotely for a US-based healthcare company while I'm in Guadalajara, Mexico, the home of mariachi. It sounds exciting, but it comes with its own set of problems.
Hey, Paul. Thanks for being here on time. Paul? Hey, Paul, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, guys.
Reliable internet is crucial for my job, and it's not always easy to find while traveling. Video calls can drop, file uploads can stall, and different time zones can mess up my sleep and daily routine. Plus, finding a comfortable and quiet place to work in new cities, especially when my workday starts early and my check-in time is late, can be a real hassle. I spent the past month bouncing around Mexico, and now I'm headed to a place that I barely even know, Peru. I've got a flight for just $89, thinking I'd figured out everything I need to know on the way. My biggest worry is not being able to find a spot with good internet in Peru. My job depends on it, and the thought of arriving in a new place and not being able to work is stressful. Now, the worst has happened. I got here a little too late and I missed this flight. So now I'm working to book another one. I quickly realized I also miss my connecting flight to Lima, the capital of Peru. My stricken stomach is churning with frustration, and I scramble to rebook all of my travel plans. I can't help but feel this turning and wild sense of defeat, at the same time thinking, what value am I getting out of recording all of my failures that make me look like a dumbass? Even with these setbacks, I book a flight for the next day and arrive early in order to finally reach Mexico City. A wave of relief kind of like began to wash over me as I cleared the terminal gate with my ticket and my passport in hand. It's amazing. The immediate stress of a missed flight is all but beginning to fade, and I'm starting to find a good place that seems more manageable now. Now I'm in Mexico City. Ay. Es como una aventura. Shit. Wow.
Cosas.
Okay. Sí. Fuck. Okay. That's exercise. Buenas noches.
Also to say,
Wow.
the camera is wrong, go back to this, go back to there.
Oh, sí.
But at the same time,
¿Y la temperatura ahora está normal?
Sí, está normal.
Pues no tan, está bien.
Aquí está.
Wow. Sí.
La cocina, aquí si quieres.
Ah,
La tele, no hay problema. Ahí está el control.
okay.
Sí, pues acá atrás está otra terracita.
Huh.
Well, yeah, that's my time. That's my time. Hello.
Hello.
Is that good?
No, not quite, but almost.
Benito, ¿cómo estás?
La terraza. That's kind of cool. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Benito. Benito. I've heard your name twice. Two people have said it, so está en la cabeza ahora. Wow. Benito. ¿Y tú eres de aquí?
Yo soy de México.
Pues sí, de México, pero de Ciudad de México. Pero ¿de qué barrio?
Yo soy de bueno, donde vivo se llama La Virgen.
Oh, yo pensé que quizás Isla Palapa.
No, no.
¿No? He tenido una amiga ahí de Isla Palapa. Ok. Un placer. Sí, mucho gusto.
¿Te cuidas?
Sí, sí, sí. I'm just gonna have a seat for a second. I feel like it's a fresh start, and now one flight away am I from Peru. I can focus on checking into my reservation, and I found an Airbnb, and I'm starting to enjoy these new surroundings. On my way, I realized that as I step into the dark streets of Mexico City, I kind of feel a mix of relief and a bit of fatigue. The city almost calm appearance hides the challenges that's actually going on within me and ahead of me. I'm really just here for just one night before I rebook my new direct flight to Peru. But this stop is really more than just a layover. Something doesn't really sit right with me and makes me actually a little bit anxious. So here's the real reason why I'm going to Peru. There is a growing trend in America, and here is what it looks like.
A friend of mine, Paul Joseph Watson, has a YouTube channel, and he spoke about this concept of hoflation, ho plus inflation, where when your grandparents, or rather your grandfather, was growing up, he had to do less work to find him a high quality woman, a woman that wanted to stay in the home, a woman that dressed conservatively, a woman that wanted to raise the children, a woman who did not want to be out sleeping with tons of men or putting her naked body on the, of course, then non-existent internet, right? Wanting people to see her naked. Now he's saying men have to work harder to find those same women. So they call this concept hoflation. And you are seeing it in this environment as you speak to these women and they talk about how the money that they get is a justification for this lifestyle. And they speak down about men. They have this fundamental hatred of men, or rather a lack of understanding of what a quality man even is and where to find him.
We like to call it So They Say. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, and it looked like the fellas had a lot to say about it. Finding love is not that easy, right? And it's especially hard in this economy. And guess what? Many women say they are finding it very hard to find a man who makes as much as they do. A study by Cornell University found that the country's declining marriage rate is due to the lack of financially eligible bachelors. Women are actually outpacing men with education, and this is changing the age-old mentality that men are the breadwinners. It's disgruntled. This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job. We're really career-driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay. Go ahead, all right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one. right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down.
I hate that, yeah.
What is that about? It wasn't called dating down.
Right.
Yeah.
When men were the breadwinners, all that. I mean, now it's dating down.
Yeah.
What is that?
I have a feeling, though, that some of the issue here is that it may be the psyche of the men, that when they make less, they are insecure, and it can
This
affect their
report is about the
relationship.
women complaining about the fact that,
That they don't
now I gotta get
So,
it
yeah, I guess my
Just
question would be,
let it
so
admit
are these women expecting the men to cover everything? They want those breadwinners, so they...
That's what it sounds like to me by this particular study. I have to date down now.
So basically, for the average man in the West, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the new complexities added by social media. Every day, I see women who are bombarded with endless streams of validation, attention, and options. The platforms amplify this relentless pursuit of the best possible partner, making hypergamy, which is, in a practical sense, the act of seeking out partners of higher social and economic status, far greater than oneself, is now at an all-time high.
These women don't know they're picky, and they don't oftentimes know they're picky until it's too late. And that pickiness, that stubbornness hits them like a ton of bricks in their 30s, and they realize that they spent a lot of their 20s being so picky that they were alone, and now they're alone at 33, and it's much harder to be alone at 33 than it is at 23, because at 33 you're ready for that family. And guess what, honey? The family's not going to just show up like this because you decide one day that you want it to be there. It doesn't work like that. So think about these things. Think about, your requirements for a man and how specific and how rigid they are at 25, not at 35, when you've let that window pass.
What's your ideal age in a man?
The older, the better.
Got a range?
26 to 31.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Me too. All right. Ideal race?
24.
Ideal race?
White.
Minimum height.
Your height or taller.
Wait, does that mean you want my number?
Let's go through the rest of the question.
All right. Minimum income.
80.
The probability of you finding your ideal man is a 2.2% chance.
That's why I'm single, motherfucker.
I'm going to Peru mainly to explore this passport bro phenomenon, which has recently gotten a bad rap. But at its core, it's about using globalization to hack the pains of the new dating environment